What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Russell James back at you with another Holy Paladin video. This time it's Spires of Ascension. This is a great and fun dungeon. Holy Paladins, whether you're a caster ranged or whether you're a melee upfront brawler type of healer, this video is for you. This is a very anti-melee, unfriendly dungeon. Lots of mobs, lots of cleaves, lots of interrupts. This is not your formal guide. This is not a boss guide. This is not a pack to pack guide. This is just a general overall tips and tricks on how to help you heal your party and stay alive. Here we go. The first pull or so, you're gonna start seeing some AoE. All right, here we go. The Forsworn Vanguard right there does a sweeping blow. The best thing that you can do, whether you're going to be a melee Holy Paladin or a ranged Holy Paladin, just get out of the way. I did not know that. This is like my first or second time doing this dungeon. But then after I watched the video afterwards, I'm like, oh, so that's why we were all getting crushed. I mean, really. The Forsworn Vanguard does a sweeping blow. Generally, you as a tank want to face it away from the group. Mender just heals, and like I said, the Vanguard, they do, it's like a conal attack. It's like a line. You'll see it. So there you go. Tip number one, avoid the cleave. Now the second pull, that's when things can get a little bit hairy. All right, here we go. Got the castigators. They're just casters. If you can interrupt and get them over and group them up with the mobs so you can cleave them down, all the better. So you got a couple casters, you got a Goliath, which is the big guy right here, and a Vanguard. Of course, Vanguard does a sweeping strikes, AoE, front like line conal attack. So melee, seemingly in all these dungeons, melee is going to have a real tough time. So there we go. Vanguard's already doing a sweeping blow towards people. Well, hold on, towards the tank. And of course, if you're there, other melee, be right in front of it, they're going to get cleaved. Forsworn Goliath does what's called a rebellious fist. That can be interrupted. It should be interrupted every time. It does a big AoE on your party. Everyone gets hit. Everyone gets hit pretty much no matter what. Boom. There we go. That Divine Toll feels so good. All right, here we go. Dark Glass, Rebellious Fist. Boom, gets hit. Divine Toll. That does. By the way, Divine Toll, Kyrian Covenant is hands down the best for a Paladin. Not only is it good for Holy Paladin, it's great for prop Paladies too. So tip number two, Kyrian Covenant, Kyrian Covenant, Kyrian Covenant. I don't know how else to say it. Hands down, it's the best. So the second pull, Goliath. Now, you know, who should you kill first? The kill order in this group? That's still yet to be determined. I would probably go for, I mean, as you can tell, everyone's just splitting up the DPS. And I mean, that's what you're going to have with, this is the pug group. You know what I'm saying? It's beta, pugs, whatever. I would probably go for the Goliath first. That would be me. But anyway, Rebellious Fist again. Rebellious Fist again. Is anyone gonna fucking interrupt this shit? Nope. No one interrupts it. Of course they don't. Yo. Make sure you stick around to the very end of the video to see my number one tip on how to blast through these dungeons and heal like a god. So we're almost dead. And see, now here is where groups are saying that Holy Paladins can't heal enough. Well, no one's going to be able to heal enough if you miss interrupts. There's a lot of casting going on that is not getting interrupted. So Dark Lash, Bird of Knowledge, Goliath just doing his recharge anima thing. Rebellious Fist. Oh, somebody interrupted. Thank the goodness. The most dangerous, mob in this entire group is the last one to be killed. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Now let's look at that. Let's look at this fight in real time. Okay, tank jumps in, gets hit, melee gets hit, Rebellious Fist does not get interrupted. I'm having to use a cooldown, the Divine Toll. People are still getting land blasted because no one's interrupting anything. Rebellious Fist didn't get interrupted again. I'm having to pop wings. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, I try and do as much as I can without popping cooldowns. That way, when I do pop cooldowns, you know, for extreme emergencies, as in this case, you know, when people aren't interrupting. Tip number 3, save your cooldowns. Try and do as much as you can without having to pop cooldowns. That way, when the shit hits the fan, you will always have wings or whatever available when you need it. Now, this is a good pull right here. Now, this is 5 of them, right? Here's where maybe some CC, you know, maybe in a prison, maybe an ice trap would have been real good. Because you got a Goliath. Let me see here. You have 1 Vanguard, 2 Vanguard, Goliath, a Mender, which is a healer, and a caster. So, I mean, as long as the Goliath Rebellious Fist gets interrupted, here it is. Nope, nobody interrupted it. As long as we can get that Rebellious Fist interrupted, we should still be good. As long as melee can not get cleaved down, as long as I can stay out of the way of getting cleaved down. Because I do play semi-melee, semi-caster, ranged healing. I try to get in, get some Crusader Strikes. Oh, man. Rebellious Fist. Oh, there we go. Thank the goodness. And Prideful. So, here we are. Prideful's popped. I got 25 seconds until my next Divine Toll. I've had to use wings on a previous pull. This is not looking good. Someone's gonna die. You know, not me, hopefully. I'm just saying someone's probably gonna die. Because I don't know if you know anything about the Prideful yet, but the Prideful, it wrecks your party. It does like a damaging tick that increases every like 2 or 3 seconds. You've got to, you have to kill it fast. You have to. Let me see. Oh, Divine Toll's back up. There you go. Divine Toll. Yeah, I mean, and that, I don't know if you saw, there is an ability. You see that red thing? The Prideful puts like curse or whatever on someone and puts these 4 little red balls around, and then after like 1 or 2 seconds they shoot out and they do a lot of damage and they stun you. So, oh, and look, there it goes. Look at all of us right in the path. Oh, that's not good. Oh, hits hits me, hits a bunch of other people, and I'm stunned for 1.4 seconds. This is not going well. But I mean, hey, you know, I think this is my second time in the dungeon. So, by the way, Prideful happens like every 20% of the dungeon. So you can kind of gauge. Yeah, 1 person died. Oh, are we gonna live? Oh, I told you 1 person would die. So anyway, that's pretty much the dungeon. I mean, really, there's more Vanguards. There's the boss. There's more Vanguards. There's more Goliaths. Skirmishers, they just sit there and chuck spears at you. The squad leaders are just bigger versions of the Vanguards. The thing you do gotta watch out is the squad leaders will like jump in the air, hover, and then land on the ground and drop like a AoE thing on the ground. You see where that dark circle is? That's where that squad leader is going to come smashing down and leave like a pool on the ground that damages you every time you stand, every second or whatever, every time you stand in it. So just avoid that. Don't stand in it. You know. Lots and lots of damage. Lots and lots of damage. It's a lot of AoE damage. It is a ton of AoE damage. Is it, you know, Unmanageable? No, not at all. You just gotta know what to interrupt. You know? That's pretty much it. Inquisitor, skirmisher, squad leader, stealth galot. I mean, really? The squad leader, like I said, squad leader is very similar to the vanguards. Vanguard has got that sweeping blow. Squad leader's got a crashing strike. It's just another frontal attack on the tank. Just get out of the way. And as you can see, boom. Did you see the little ground effect go across? Yeah. You know, your tank should be aiming those away from the party. You as a melee healer, just stay out of it. Yeah. Overall, it's a very fun dungeon. I'm using Kyrian Covenant. I'm using a legendary. I created like the legendary Holy Shock one that puts a shield on you every time you Holy Shock. That's pretty much the one that I found to be the best. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this. Some Spires of Ascension tips. Leave a comment below if you got any questions. Hit that subscribe button to be notified whenever I release a new video. That's going to be it. So here is my last and ultimate tip for Holy Paladin. Not just for Spires of Ascension, but for almost every dungeon that I've done, play tested so far. You really want to own the dungeon. You want to be able to heal like a god. Two things. One, choose Bestow Faith over the Crusader's Might and go ranged. Become a ranged caster Holy Paladin. Instead of going in using Crusader's Strike to reduce the cooldown of your Holy Shocks, use Bestow Faith and spam Holy Light on your beacon target. You will always have holy power. That's it. That's all you got to do. And you're going to be able to avoid almost all of the AoE mechanics that the mobs are doing, because most of your party members are not going to be able to avoid it, especially definitely not your tank, but you're always going to have melee and they're not going to be able to avoid the AoE. They're going to get cleaved. It's not going to help anyone if you're up in there getting cleaved as well. So there you have it. Become ranged, Bestow Faith, spam Holy Lights, always have 5 or even more holy powers banked ready for a big fat word of glories. There you go. Like I said, it is November 22nd. Shadowlands drops tomorrow. Fun times ahead. That's it. I'm out. Peace.